Gossip at the Corpse Cart contains graphic and explicit content that may not be suitable for some listeners. Listener discretion is advised.
For tuning in to another episode of Gossip at the Corpse Cart.
How do we have any listeners?
I don't know.
Y'all are amazing.
It's a mystery. People are patient.
It's one of the 7 wonders of the world.
Tis.
Anyway, Gossip at the Corpse Cart is where we wine and crime gals talk about some shit that you've probably seen on your newsfeed lately. We got
some of the worst shit you've ever done.
Worst shit you've ever done. Anonymously, of course. We got some weird headlines. We got a nice little obit, maybe a nice little pop culture kind of science-y article for you.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm Lucy.
Oh, I'm Kenyon.
I'm Amanda.
And let's just dive straight in with some
Okay.
crazy headlines from Amanda.
I've got some fun ones this month, let me tell ya. This first one is a lot of women being ridiculous and amazing in this month's headlines. This woman is simply living my dreams. Oh my God. Okay, the screenshot from this video. Holy shit. Oh.
What the fuck is that?
Her mouth? The mouth?
Yeah.
Is that her real mouth?
That's her real mouth. Here's your headline. Woman who can fit an entire McDonald's large fry in her mouth breaks Guinness World Record.
You know, I had a college roommate who looked exactly like this.
Yup. I know who.
Yeah, you do.
A Connecticut woman who used to be bullied for her big mouth is now a proud Guinness World Record holder.
Oh my God.
Samantha,
dreams do come true.
They do. Samantha Ramsdell broke the record for having the largest mouth gape of a female after going viral on TikTok. Ramsdell's mouth, capable of holding an entire large order of fries from McDonald's, measures 6.52 centimeters or about 2.5 inches wide. That's big.
Wow. Yeah.
Mine's
Good
about
for her.
3/4 of an inch wide.
yeah. Lucy might have the world's
I'm
smallest mouth.
gonna measure my mouth right now.
Do it.
My
Measure your
maw.
mouth.
Your mouth gape.
My mouth
Measure your
gape.
maw.
Okay, hold on.
Quote, I never thought it would be possible to be this famous off my mouth, but it's incredible, she told Guinness. The 31-year-old has amassed 1.7 million followers on TikTok after posting videos of stuffing 3 donuts in her mouth at one time.
My mouth is exactly 1.5 inches wide at its maximum gape.
Incredible. Incredible. According to Ramsdell, quote, the children of TikTok convinced her to seek the world record. The youths
The children of TikTok.
Children of the corn.
I love that.
She claimed the Guinness title after visiting a dentist with an official educator present. Quote, you know, getting a Guinness World Records title, it's finally being almost able to show some of the bullies or people who doubted me or tormented me that, hey, I have a big mouth, but at least I have the biggest one in the world, Ramsdell said. I love this bitch. I love this bitch.
All right, if that works for you.
It works for me.
It really works for me. Ramsdell advised others with large body parts or different talents to not be afraid of their biggest asset and recognize it as a superpower. Quote, it is thing. Probably meant to say it is the thing that makes you special and different from everyone else walking around, she said. God bless her.
People,
Good on her.
yeah, you take away a bully's power by just
Thriving.
loving, the
Thriving.
part of you that they want to hate.
Yeah.
Because if you don't feel the same way, then it doesn't impact you the same way.
And of course, that's easier said than done.
Oh, yes, of course.
Definitely worked for me with my eye patch.
Oh, yeah.
and-
Just
and
own
glasses.
it. Lean into it.
Oh, yeah. My glasses. But also when you're in middle school, like
Everyone's a
everything
monster.
is an offense. We get that too.
For sure. So this next woman is also living my dreams. The headline reads, California nun to plead guilty for stealing over $800,000 to help pay for gambling trips.
Oh, no.
She looks exactly like my grandma, Eileen, and I am dropping a photo on the drive right now so that you can... It wasn't. That woman is a lot of things, but a nun is not one of them. Tell you what.
Gambling addict, maybe.
Maybe.
Oh, wow.
Maybe. The article reads, a California nun will plead guilty to swindling over $800,000 from the Catholic elementary school that she ran to help pay for her gambling trips.
Look, gambling addiction
It's real.
is no joke.
Oh, yeah.
It'll make a nun steal from the children.
Seriously.
Like stealing
Candy from a baby.
Like out of their grip.
Yep. Sister Mary Margaret Kruper, 79, was charged Tuesday with wire fraud and money laundering for ripping off St. James Catholic School for a period of 10 years, ending in September of 2018.
Wow.
Kruper,
How'd she get caught?
I hope we'll find out. You know I cold read these. Don't ask me fucking questions. Kruper, who was the principal of the school for 28 years, agreed to plead guilty as part of a deal with prosecutors. Kruper used her position to funnel $835,339 of the school's funds to, quote, pay for expenses that the order would not have approved, much less paid for, including large gambling expenses incurred at casinos and certain credit card charges.
Okay, but how much was she up?
I don't know. Probably not much. If she needed to take $800,000, probably not much. The nun was in charge of overseeing tuition money, fees the school received, and charitable donations. She also controlled the school's credit union accounts, which she used to divert other funds into that she would then use for spending. The prosecutor said she also admitted to falsifying the school's financial records. So she was just skimming a bunch off the top.
Oh, yeah.
She was due to be arraigned on July 1st, so I do not have an update on her case at this time, but I am sure I'll get many emails, text messages, tweets, etc. when we get an update
Some answers.
on Sister Mary Kay. So yeah, I guess watch your gambling.
Watch it.
Watch it. This next one's fun because I love being petty, and I have actually sent feces in the mail through a service called poopsenders.com. But that's anonymous and animal.
And you didn't just admit to it.
I didn't say who I sent it to.
We all know who.
It does rhyme with flan, but not the same flan that you think.
Different flan.
It rhymes with flanny.
Maybe.
Flanny pack.
So I just relate to this like a lot. Oak Ridge nurse charged with federal crime confesses to sending blood and feces to husband's ex-wife.
Blood?
Blood.
Oh, no.
That's a lot.
Yeah,
Like
it
blood
is.
was just in the stool?
Again, don't ask me questions. I don't read these articles, only the headlines.
She has no clue.
I have no idea. We will learn together. This is out of Tennessee. An Oak Ridge woman is facing federal charges after United States Postal Service investigators say she mailed packages containing human blood-stained feminine products and feces to her husband's former wife. Twice in April.
The used tampons.
The criminal complaint from the U.S. Postal Inspection Service filed against Della Marie Gibson Latham, 37, in the U.S. District Court for the Eastern District of Tennessee accuses her of violating Postal Service rules by mailing the biohazardous materials.
Yeah, exactly. It's not just your target who has to handle these items.
Yeah. USPS rules say that materials such as biological and regulated material waste are not permitted in domestic mail except when they are intended for medical or veterinary use, or petty use, but properly packaged. An arrest report says that Gibson was voluntarily interviewed in April at Park West Medical Center, where she was employed as a registered nurse. During questioning, Gibson admitted she mailed the packages containing the feces and the letter containing the blood-stained feminine napkin, so a pad, not a tampon, to her husband's ex-wife. Gibson also admitted the blood came from a patient of the hospital.
That is a violation.
Oh, it's a violation on so many levels.
Fucking yikes.
It's bad.
Whoa.
Gibson told investigators she mailed the products because she wanted, quote, the kids to know the truth about the ex-wife, that the ex-wife was lazy, didn't work, and lived off the system.
And how does you doing that prove that?
I have no idea. This woman sounds Looney Tunes. Gibson told investigators she worked hard for everything she had. Okay, so she's also one of those.
She's a Karen. Big time.
Gibson has been released on bond awaiting trial in federal court. Documents detail the conditions of that release that include probation, travel restrictions, and not using alcohol. Gibson also cannot seek employment in the medical field and must avoid direct or indirect contact with the victim and the victim's minor children. Arrest warrants state Gibson admitted to mailing another letter in April to her husband's ex-wife and used Park West Medical Center property to do so.
Wow.
Gibson mailed the letter with a return address to women's health specialist. It had the words "new patient" stamped on the front with red ink. So it would look like you got some sort of letter from like a women's health place so that she'd open it.
Oh, my God.
The letter contained derogatory statements. Gibson, who was a registered nurse at the time, admitted to using a, quote, new patient stamp belonging to the hospital to stamp the front of the envelope mailed to the ex-wife.
So she's a psycho and she's a dummy.
Yep.
And like a forger.
Yep.
A fraudster.
This is giving me real Betty Broderick vibes. Have you guys watched the latest season of Dirty John?
No, I have not.
It's so
I haven't
good.
because I finally downloaded Peacock so I could watch Dr. Death, and holy shit, also fucking amazing.
Yeah. Yep. But honestly, I thought that the Betty Broderick one was better than Dirty John. I mean, not the podcast. Like, the podcast Dirty John
exquisite.
is so fucking amazing.
All right, I'll check it out. But you gotta also watch Dr. Death. It's so good.
Oh, I've watched it.
Oh, good. Okay. In late March, Gibson was arrested on vandalism charges after the ex-wife's work car was damaged in the parking lot of Lenoir City High School during a banquet for students. The children discovered damage to the car, the arrest report says, and Gibson admitted to intentionally causing the damage valued at more than $1,000. So she's had a vendetta against this woman for a long time.
Her husband's ex-wife.
Yeah,
It's like-
leave it alone.
Yeah, really.
Arrest warrants also state Gibson admitted to mailing another letter in April disguised as a party invitation to the ex-wife's minor daughter containing derogatory statements such as "you are poor white trash faking a fancy life" and
oh my God,
"your mom is broke and lazy and won't pay her bills." So there's probably an alimony situation that she's super pissed off about, but it's like, your husband is divorced and has children. This is how it fucking works. Get over it.
No, yeah. Oh, God.
Ew, that's so fucking gross.
Oh, this woman is a monster. She is scheduled to appear, well, she just would have appeared in court on July 28th on stalking, harassment, and vandalism charges. She had been arrested in May and released on bond. The May booking documents state Gibson was unemployed. Ugh.
Can you imagine being the ex-wife and being like, check out the Looney Tunes
on
that
this bitch.
that my ex married after me?
Yeah. Keep giving that sweet, sweet ex all the fuel she needs to know she made the right decisions. My God. Anyway,
amazing.
Y'all get your shit together, literally, and just flush it. Don't mail it unless
Don't
it's
steal
animal
any-
feces.
If you are stealing someone's feces
And
from
maxi
your
pad.
place of work,
Don't flush a maxi pad, though.
No.
don't. Well, no. I mean, a hospital septic system could probably handle it. A home one, you probably don't want to
A
risk it.
tampon, yes. A pad, no.
No, never.
Yeah, that's
never.
true, actually. But if if you're finding yourself in that situation where you are stealing another person's feces at your place of business, maybe just like take a step back,
reevaluate,
take a deep breath.
Look at your life. Look at your choices.
Yeah.
And sleep on it.
Yes. Just
Sleep
that's
on
all
it.
we're
sleep
asking.
on it.
Sleep on it. That's the advice.
Jump on it.
Jump on it. Don't do it. Ride it. Your own pony. Okay. Next. Cautionary tale.
Next.
Always check your toilets.
No. Oh my God. No. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Spider. It's a spider.
Is it a spider?
Austrian man
Yes.
bitten by neighbor's python while on the
Austrian?
toilet. Yeah, not Australian.
Not Australian.
Oh.
I mixed it up too, but it's Austrian. A man in Austria has been bitten by his neighbor's python during an early morning visit to the toilet.
No.
The
no,
1.6 meter long reptile had
Oh,
apparently
my God.
escaped from the neighbor's apartment and may have slithered through drains to the next house.
No.
According to a statement, the 65-year-old victim,
This is my
quote,
ultimate nightmare.
felt a pinch in the genital area shortly after sitting on the toilet at his home just after 6 o'clock a.m. He then looked into the toilet and discovered the albino reticulated python.
Cute.
The snake had reportedly escaped unnoticed from the apartment of the man's 24-year-old neighbor. A reptile expert was called to retrieve the snake, which was cleaned and had been handed back to its owner.
Cleaned. Oh my
It
God.
was in a toilet.
Oh, I know,
She needed a bath.
but oh my God.
She needed a little bath.
Ugh.
Police said the man kept 11 non-venomous constrictor snakes and a gecko in his apartment, in terrariums and drawers. Also, maybe look at your life, look at your choices. If you're keeping them in drawers, something's not right. He faces an investigation on suspicion of causing bodily harm by negligence. Letting your
Yeah.
snakes roam free.
Oh dear God.
Let
Can
'em
you
slither.
Imagine.
I can't imagine. This is too much. The victim sustained only minor injuries physically, but probably psychologically. Now he's scared to shit for the rest of his fucking life.
Oh, he's just gonna have like horrible constipation.
Forever.
Psychosomatic constipation.
He's never gonna shit on a toilet again. He'll have to be one of those people that like poops in a bag and then puts it in the toilet.
I can't burp. Whatever.
Get over it.
Lucy has no sympathy for this man who just went up for a morning poo.
And got bitten on the ass by a snake. Well, the balls.
They're not, pythons aren't poisonous, are they?
No, but animals that aren't
Still.
poisonous can still hurt you when biting your genitals.
Yeah, he's gonna be fine.
Oh my God, you are the worst. The victim sustained only minor injuries and was examined at a hospital to rule out possible infection. In July last year, a German man was admitted to the hospital after being bitten on the tongue by a snake at a bachelor party in the Austrian Alps.
What was he doing to that snake?
What was
Had
he
to have
wearing?
been kissing it or something.
He was.
Here it is. Local authorities reported that the victim had been dared to touch the baby viper with his tongue by partygoers who may have confused the young snake with a worm.
Oh my
I was
God.
just at a bachelor party this past weekend. That didn't happen.
That didn't come up?
No.
It's a shame.
Why?
Didn't come up. I should have, I should have incorporated live animals, but I didn't. Okay, I have one more, and it is absolutely my favorite thing ever. It leaves me wondering, why do I never see any of this good shit when I go to the hardware store? And also, why is this Lucy?
Uh-oh. I love a hardware store, though.
Yeah, here we go. I can't. Okay. Police remove group having exorcism for dead trees from Home Depot's lumber aisle.
I mean, in all fairness, wood retains energy.
It needs to be exercised.
She needs to be shaved.
She needs to be shaved.
Oh, or sanded.
Police in Pennsylvania had a rather strange call this week, which took them to the lumber aisle of a Home Depot to respond to an exorcism for dead trees. Each day on Facebook, Dixon City, Pennsylvania police share a list of calls they get from various places. One call in particular stood out earlier this week. Police say around 3:26 p.m., they were called on June 22nd. This is from last month, but whatever. It's fine. I just opened it. They were called to Home Depot on Commerce Boulevard. 12:06 a.m., assistant to Scranton Police in the 800 block of Boulevard Ave looking for a juvenile. The call was for disorderly people having an exorcism in the lumber aisle for the dead trees. Police escorted the group out of the store and no charges were filed.
An exorcism or a funeral?
It says exorcism.
Well, that makes
They
no
may
sense.
have gotten this wrong, but that's what was in the call.
Well, that makes no sense.
It does.
I agree.
I know.
This is so funny, though, because the list is like 1:16 p.m., Commerce Boulevard, Chuck E. Cheese for an alarm. 2:48 p.m., Business Route 6, traffic stop. 3:17 p.m., Business Route 6, traffic stop. 3:26 p.m., Commerce Boulevard, Home Depot for disorderly people having an exorcism in the lumber aisle for the dead trees. They were escorted out of the building. 3:52 p.m., Ravine Street and Business Route 6 for a vehicle crash with injuries. Business Route 6 is going through some shit.
Also, whoever wrote that was clearly biased against exorcisms.
I agree.
Unbelievable.
I know.
Because, like, a funeral, yeah, I could see they sing some Amazing Grace.
Yeah.
They mourn the
trees are
trees.
dead. They're dead. We should mourn them.
Mm-hmm.
Some commenter says, I feel slighted. I wish I could witness an exorcism in the lumber aisle of Home Depot.
Or any aisle.
And then goes, my mom lives in Bushkill Falls between Milford and Stroudsburg, by the way. I spend a lot of time trout fishing in that area.
Oh, okay.
Oh my
Thanks
God.
for the info.
Yeah, that is one of my favorite style of comment on the internet.
That isn't relevant to anything on this list. Anything.
People who just comment, I do a thing near that place where something unrelated occurred.
You'll agree with this comment from Andrea D. Quote, I don't think exorcism means what they think it means.
Yeah. They meant exercise, which is a bunch of CrossFit bros
Maybe.
trying to lift lumber.
Exorcism.
Dennis N. says, I'm sure it was out the permission of the local diocese.
Oh my God.
Oh, I love Sean Sweatman. 8:36 a.m. Why would someone call the police for dog poop in the parking lot, which is also on this list? 8:36 a.m., 1400 block of Main Street at Dollar Tree lot for dog waste complaint.
Why? Yeah, why would you call the police for dog shit?
I have no idea. These are so bizarre.
Or
Anyway,
exorcisms, honestly. Mind
just
your
let
own.
them do their thing.
Seriously, they're not hurting anybody.
I agree.
Cares.
So yeah, those are my headlines for this month. I love it.
Love it.
It's pretty good. I liked it.
And as always, send yours our way.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, the easiest way to do it is just go to our website, wineandcrimepodcast.com, and go to, I don't know, whatever that email form is.
Contact us. There's a drop down, something
There
like that.
it is. There it is. Use
Figure
the
it
drop
out.
down.
Yeah.
Use the drop
Say
down.
funny headline or Amanda Gack.
Love it.
Something like that. We'll get it to her.
Do it. It'll get there.
All right. Well done. Well, shall we hear from our sponsors?
Sure.
Let's do it.
There are a lot of issues with salon manicures. Number one, you have to put on pants and leave your house.
Yeah, that's an issue.
They're really expensive. They're also like not super cleanly, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It's just, if you think too hard about a salon manicure, it's a little icky. And that is why we have switched over to the Olive and June Mani system, because now you can make your DIY manis look salon perfect and they last more than 7 days. I've gotten mine to last 2 full weeks, and these are not gels, people. These are regular polish. It's amazing. Lucy, take it away.
The Olive and June Mani system has changed my life. First of all, their colors are so freaking cute, and they could go. I'm really into like the ombre manicure lately.
Yeah.
I sent you a picture.
So cute.
Yeah. So like their colors go really well together. I really like painting each finger like a different color in like kind of a cascading wave of like pinks, like going into sort of a tangerine and like a coral.
Very on trend.
It's so on trend. My favorite color that they have out right now is hot strawberry. I have it on my fingers and toes as we speak. I had a little self-care moment last night. I did the primer, 2 coats of the polish, and the glossy top coat. Oh my God. It's just my favorite thing. It's only 5 steps. It comes with a poppy, which is a patented brush handle that makes it so easy to paint even your dominant hand. Keeps
Once
you from
you go
shaking.
poppy, you just can't stop me.
Okay.
It's so good.
It's so good. So the Mani system with 6 polishes breaks down to about $2 per manicure. And if you compare that to salon prices, like I don't even have to tell you. It's unbelievable. Like Kenyon says, it lasts so long. There's no salon price tag. It is that self-care moment. Your nails look so dang cute. And now you can get 20% off your first Mani system with our code GALS.
That's right. So your new nail life is here. Get 20% off your first Mani system when you use promo code GALS at oliveandjune.com. And we are done with those expensive, bad salon manis. This is the new us now, okay? And you're going to like it.
You're going to love the way your nails look. We guarantee it. So after spending like over a year in exclusively loungewear, home clothing, like bras optional, we're getting back. We're kind of getting back into a regular groove. And maybe that sometimes necessitates, real clothing. And that might seem uncomfortable, but Third Love creates high-quality underwear, sleep, and loungewear, delivering life-changing comfort that your body loves being in. With cup sizes from AA through I, including exclusive half cups, and lounge and sleepwear in sizes extra small to 3X, you can get ready to feel good.
I have just recently gone on a Third Love buying binge. I decided it was time to replace some of my old non-Third Love bras that had just been hanging around that I never wanted to wear. So I treated myself. I got the 24/7 t-shirt bra. I got some strapless bras. I got some of their underwear. They have like these like lace on the side, but like high-waisted, full coverage undies. I mean, and I got these like cute little bike shorts that I'm wearing all the time, and they're perfect for like under summer dresses.
I love bike shorts.
Yeah. And the reason that Third Love's products are so incredible is because they obsess over each stitch. So you never have to think about how something feels, looks, or wears. And like some trends come and go, but Third Love has always stayed true to one notion. We do comfort, you do you. So they are introducing their new seamless collection called Form. And these are wireless bras and form-fitting undies with limitless stretch and endless comfort that just disappears under your clothes.
Oh,
you guys.
I am on the wireless train.
Oh, yeah. And the seamless undies.
Oh, yes. That's
No
what
show.
I'm talking about.
Yeah. So if you need more support, you can also get Third Love's #1 best-selling 24/7 classic t-shirt bra, which I have in multiple colors. And it provides all the comfort and support that you need in more than 80 sizes. Every Third Love bra is made with signature memory foam cups, no-slip straps, and a scratch-free band from cups, again, AA through I, including half cup sizes. Also, they got washable silk pajamas.
Oh, my God.
the best thing I ever did for myself was get matching washable silk pajamas.
So Third Love knows you deserve to feel comfortable and confident 24/7. So right now they are offering our listeners 20% off your first order. Go to thirdlove.com/gals, GALS, right now to find your perfect fitting bra and get 20% off your first purchase. One more time, that's thirdlove.com/gals for 20% off today and treat your whole bod.
Trade them.
Okay, so are we ready for some coven confessions?
Yes, my favorite thing.
They email us the worst shit they've ever done. It's usually a lot of poop content, a lot of that awkward sex content.
Butts.
God.
Lots of butts.
Lots of infections.
Oh, God.
And then also like some like morally,
Reprehensible
or
super
reprehensible acts.
Reprehensible.
Okay. First one, quote. So, back when I was single, I went to college for fashion design in NYC. I want to preface this by saying that I was super broke like most college students and did not have a lot of time or opportunity to date. I met this dude on OkCupid, long time ago, obviously. Do people still use OkCupid? I don't know.
Think so? Maybe.
I don't know. I don't know the answer.
The one guy I went on a date with on OkCupid, we ended up having sex on my toilet. So I can't say it's bad.
Who was sitting?
Him.
Okay. Was he going to the toilet?
No.
Yeah, did he shit?
No.
Was the lid up or down?
Down.
Then it's just a chair.
Okay,
Yeah.
I thought he was
Okay.
like actively going, and then you like came in and jumped
Oh,
on
it's
him.
so hot when dudes from OkCupid shit. Let's do this.
I mean, some people like that, but
I know.
if the lid is down, it's just a chair.
It's just
okay.
a chair,
Yeah.
honey.
So, back to this confession. Quote, we went out a couple of times and the sex was okay, not great, not terrible. He was a super nice guy, but kind of boring and refused to perform oral sex. Although he also disliked blowjobs, but I digress. So wasn't into oral sex in either direction,
Okay.
apparently. So one time we were doing the nasty and I was on top and I remember it being the usual okay.
Cupid.
And then all of a sudden it feels...
That's why it's called OK Cupid.
It's only okay. Not great, not terrible.
It's meh Cupid.
So it was just feeling okay. And then all of a sudden it feeling really good.
Oh.
When we finished, I dismounted and heard him say, oh no.
That's not what you want to hear.
I looked and realized the condom we had been using was nowhere to be found. I freaked out, looked around, and could not find it anywhere when we both realized it still had to be inside me.
Oh, been there.
Yep. I panicked. Thinking back on it now, I could have solved this problem so much more quickly, but I didn't know this guy all that well, and I was in my early 20s and kind of self-conscious. I tried like hell to get it out myself, and although I was pretty sure I could feel it in there, it would not budge. He offered to help me get it out, but I tried to pretend like everything was fine and threw on a shirt and ran to the bathroom to try to pull this fucker out. A lot of NYC apartments are a little quirky, and this was no exception. He lived in an old converted house in Bed-Stuy, and although it was a private bathroom, to get to it, you had to go through the outside hallway in front of his neighbor's apartments and use a key to get in.
Ooh, do that waddle, girl. Do that waddle.
That's a terrible bathroom.
Terrible.
Ugh.
That is an early 20s dude living in NYC apartment right there.
Yeah.
So here I was, panicked, barefoot, and wearing nothing but his t-shirt, running to the bathroom in the hallway, just hoping no one saw me.
They saw you.
Yeah.
I don't know how to break it to you, honey.
They've seen it all before. Once in the bathroom, I tried to dig the condom out, but it just wouldn't move. I think the condom somehow had formed a suction area around my cervix and was just stuck up there. I did manage to grab it a few times, but I had created so much friction that I made myself bleed.
Honey.
The nails.
She's just in there freaking out. At one point, I broke a piece of the condom off, pulled it out covered in splooge and blood, and convinced myself that I broke off a piece of my own vulva.
Oh, God.
Oh, God.
Break me off a piece of that vulva bar.
Ew.
I even called my older sister from the bathroom, crying, and her response in the midst of trying not to laugh at me was just, I really wish I could help you, but I have no idea how.
Yeah. That's a good sister.
Imagine, Lucy, if you got that call from that.
I would just be like, fucking calm down, bitch. It's fine. It's not going anywhere. The damage has been done. Just sleep it off, honestly.
No, I mean, no.
Get
that's
it out.
terrible advice.
Get
She's
rid
gonna
of
get
the
an
guy.
infection.
First of all, get rid of the guy.
You're at his house. Okay, don't call Lucy if you ever
Lucy's
need help
not
like
the
this.
call.
She's
Oh,
fucking
right.
none of that
useless.
advice.
At his house.
None of that
God.
advice is what I would share.
No.
No.
Okay.
Just, I mean,
Yeah, you're done.
fucking
No.
calm down.
You're done.
So finally, after about 15 minutes of struggling, I went back to the apartment and confessed I couldn't get it out. He offered again to help me, and this time I had to let him. Mortified, I lay down on the bed, spread-eagled, and he scooped it out in one try.
Oh, Jesus.
It's just from the angle.
We've been married for 25 years.
Yeah. I'm 30 years old now and married. And as I type this, I really can't fathom why it was so embarrassing for me to allow this guy to pull a condom out of my bloody vagina when we had literally just been having sex.
Yup.
But it somehow made sense at the time. Yeah, totally. I understand that.
I love it.
It was the middle of the night, and like I said, he was a nice guy, so although I wanted desperately to just go home, he convinced me to stay the night. Here's where the story takes a slightly dark turn on my part.
Oh, God. Okay.
Very slightly. It's fine. The next morning, I knew I had to get Plan B. I had had one other accident like this in my life, and I knew that Plan B cost about $40 at Duane Reade, but I think I had around $35 in my bank account at the time. Also been there.
Mm-hmm.
I told the guy I needed Plan B, and when he asked me how much it cost, without even thinking, I blurted out $60.
Yeah, girl, get breakfast, too. You earned it.
Yeah, you have to pay for your own time, your labor of going to the store.
Yeah. It's not their fault that this dude does not know how much that costs.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Without a second thought, he pulled $60 from his wallet and gave it to me, then asked me how much a cab ride would be back to Queens, where I lived. I told him $20. It probably would have been a lot more, to be honest. And he gave me another $20 bill. Then I proceeded to take the train back to Queens, buy my Plan B, and pocketed the extra $40.
Good.
Nice.
Good for you, little entrepreneur.
Entrepreneur.
Good job.
You were a nice guy. I hope you got over your fear of going down on women. Maybe I should anonymously Venmo you $40.
Don't.
No.
You're good.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, you're fine.
I borrowed my sister's car once to hook up with somebody and then had to walk to CVS for Plan B because of a condom situation the next morning.
Oh, no.
That was fun to explain to my brother-in-law.
We've all been young.
Yeah. Youth.
The youths.
Okay. So I have told all of 4 people this story, so let's tell the internet.
Yes.
To begin the tragic story of my dumb, dramatic gay ass, I've had seizures since I was 14 and have them near daily and get a very obvious feeling when one is going to happen. I went to an uber religious high school, like skirts to below the knee when praying religious.
Oh.
I was bullied heavily for my 4 years there due to not only being trans, but also gay. There were 4 girls that made my life hell for the whole time I was there, including shoving transphobic slurs in my locker and fully laughing at me when I finally got a haircut that fit my gender.
Jesus.
It is a hot Australian day. Everyone was melting, and I had been shoved into a small music room with, as fate has it, the 3 girls that literally wanted to murder me. This was for an assignment. I had been shitting myself in the weeks before this meeting. So my sister, who is an equally psychotic queen and had helped me transition socially, hatched a plan. The plan: get in the room, trigger a seizure, bite on a fake blood pill.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God.
My sister works in special effects.
Yes.
So we practiced until the Thursday arrived. So they had fake blood pills.
Oh,
and they were
yeah.
like,
Love
okay,
it.
like this is how you do it, blah, blah, blah. We are shoved into this room and none of them dares to talk to me. So I forced myself to overheat and didn't eat. Please don't judge me. I was salty. Less than 5 minutes into this hell, I feel my head start to spin as my world started to turn to black, and you can bet your ass I chomped down on that pill.
Oh. Yes, honey.
When I came to, I was on the floor, covered from chin to chest with fake blood, and I had managed to convulse spray blood across 2 tables on my way down.
Oh my God.
And
So
made
epic.
made one of the girls pass out.
Oh no.
Wow.
She took my ambulance to the hospital, and I was picked up by my parents to go home.
Oh, God.
Oh,
Oh,
What the
Jesus.
fuck? That is so unfair.
Oh. I love it.
If you wondered if they talked to me after that, once they gave me a bag of chocolates. And then it just ends with whoops. Also, I just want to say, like, okay, yes, you caused a girl to faint and possibly be afraid of you forever.
But they
But
were
also-
horrible to you.
The person or the people that you really harmed in doing this were all your teachers.
Yeah. And like
Who were
the
just
medical professionals.
Innocent
Whatever.
fucking bystanders being like, oh my God.
In Lucy's
this
words,
child.
they'll get over it.
I mean, they will.
I love it.
I feel so bad for the adults in that fucking room.
I don't.
So no one ever found out that he was using fake blood?
No, doesn't sound like it.
Fantastic. Fantastic.
Yeah. And I guess, I mean, I'm sure it's very risky and dangerous and not recommended to induce a seizure on yourself.
Probably
but
not. Probably not.
children are really petty, is all I can say.
Super petty. I'm glad that
Dramatic.
this
A little
other
dumb.
I'm glad this other bitch didn't hit her head when she was going down either.
Yeah.
Eh,
This could have ended in real blood.
they deserved it. I'm here for it.
All right, next one. Quote, I was inspired to share my own confession after hearing the granddaughter's sex comb and the hairbrush dildo stories.
So many people
One of
putting
my
hair
favorites.
products and tooth products in their pussies.
It's so true. Mine is almost worse because my entire family, distant relatives included, all found out what I had done.
Oh, no, honey,
Tell us what you did.
It's actually not that bad, but it's funny. I was 12 and had just gotten my first period. My mom gave me my first box of tampons and let me stay home from school while she went to work. This was before YouTube tutorials were popular and I couldn't use Google on my Razr flip phone. Very few people had access to the internet on those. This was also, unfortunately, before we were given the sex and puberty talk in 7th grade. So, alone, bleeding, and confused, I had to figure it out myself.
Been there.
Alone, bleeding, and confused.
Yeah, if anybody wants to know what puberty for
There it is.
people with vaginas and periods is, it's that.
My first period was the first day of high school.
No.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I didn't even have time to think about it. It was awful.
Sucks.
I think I screamed at Kyle Green at some point because he was
I'm
like,
sure you did.
I was like, have you ever had a waterfall coming out of your crotch every time you stood
Now go get me McDonald's.
up? Now go get me McDonald's. Carry
Hi,
my
Kyle.
books.
Poor Kyle.
No.
You're right. You're right. No.
Back to this confession.
Oh, right.
I need to preface by saying that before this, I wasn't even aware girls had vaginas, much less that we bleed from them monthly. So I had absolutely no idea what I was doing.
I didn't really know that we
Okay.
had 3 different holes until
Sure.
around that time either, to be
Sure.
fair.
Oh,
But I
yeah.
knew that,
I
like,
didn't know that either.
The
I knew that.
downstairs was called a vagina. Maybe I didn't know like what the vagina specifically was.
I don't
Right.
think I knew that there was like the hole, the vagina hole.
Oh,
It was
I
like
knew.
that pee came from somewhere and poop came from somewhere.
Yeah, I never really thought about it, to be honest. And I definitely did not understand where a tampon would fit.
Exactly.
Because it doesn't really feel like a hole.
Yo, it does. It was like an impression.
Sure.
It feels like
a divot.
When you've never like been down there exploring, it feels like there's like a crevasse, but then kind of a wall.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Anyway.
I get it.
So the mom, she showed me how to open them, but that's it. Tampons. Like, that's just it. Apparently, sticking it up there was just a given fact.
Nope.
No.
But my naive 12-year-old self didn't understand this. I did not accomplish using tampons until after I had had sex.
Oh, yeah.
And I was 18.
You were a pad girl.
I remember I had to use one because I got my period at driver's ed. And
that's all they had.
I think it was our friend Abby Loyal.
Yep. Loyal.
Who I was like, oh, do you have anything? I just got my period. And she was like, oh, yeah, I got something. And then hands me a tampon. And I wanted to like be cool. I was like, oh, okay, yeah, no, I
play
use
it
these,
cool.
I use
Play
these
it
in
cool.
use these in my sleep, man. Like, I got this. And it was, I think it was sticking like halfway out. Like I had no clue what I was doing. It was so uncomfortable.
I still can't use a tampon.
Okay.
Oh.
I mean, I can, but like a lot of the
time.
Yes, but a lot of the time, especially if they're like those retractable ones, those compacts. Like when you stick them all the way up and then you try to pull the applicator out, sometimes it pulls the tampon like halfway the fuck out.
Yeah, you can't do the cardboard ones.
Yeah, right.
Those are tough.
Those are really actually tough. Okay, so anyway, so I went to the bathroom, opened a tampon, and started poking with it around down there.
Reach down, poke around.
I remember being incredibly nervous and couldn't stop shaking. Oh, I felt a sharp pain between my legs, and the next thing I knew, I was waking up on the bathroom floor in a pool of my own menstrual blood.
I'm sorry. What?
Yeah, they passed out.
Oh,
ma'am.
Oh my god.
I mean, it's painful if you don't know what you're doing and you stick it hard in the wrong place.
But that's a lot.
And who knows? Maybe they had really bad cramps too.
Maybe.
Yeah. People
can pass out just from cramps.
I had the worst fucking cramps when I first got my period.
Oh, yeah. In the beginning, those were
debilitating.
Shit. Yeah. So I had gotten the tampon in, but at a god-awful angle and had passed out from the shock.
That's fair. That is fair.
Yeah.
Horrified, I ripped it out. Sometimes that can hurt more than the going in. Threw it in the trash and cleaned the bathroom and myself up. I thought I had done such a good job cleaning up that nobody would ever know what had happened. However, I didn't realize that dogs are attracted to the smell of blood.
Oh, no.
An hour later, I walk back downstairs and see a trail of blood, toilet paper, and everything else that was in the trash can.
No, bad dog.
And to my horror, my 2 Great Danes
were
chewing on my tampon.
Just no.
Oh, no.
I had bled a lot when I fainted in the bathroom, so there were bloody tissues everywhere.
Oh, dear.
I spent the entire day trying to clean the house, but the blood had stained the carpet floor. When my family got home from school and work, I didn't know what to tell them, so I quickly lied and said that I'd had a really bad nosebleed.
Oh, honey.
Smart.
The mom's
But yeah, sure.
Yeah, the mom fucking knows.
Yeah.
But also, like, of course, goes without saying, like, menstruation and getting your period and all this stuff shouldn't be shameful.
Right, but she's
like,
a kid.
Right. We need to get rid of the stigma, but we can acknowledge that it does exist.
Absolutely.
They helped me clean up, and I thought I was in the clear. But I had forgotten one crucial piece of evidence. We had video recorders all over the house.
Oh, my God.
What?
Why?
We would watch them to watch our dogs to make sure they were safe while they were home alone all day.
Okay.
People have cameras for their pets. It's a little bit weird.
Sure.
But people have that.
They do. I get it.
as a family, every Friday night, my dad would speed up the videos from that entire week, and we'd watch them together and laugh at how silly our big dogs are.
Oh, that's just rude. That's just rude.
We'd even get out the blankets and the popcorn.
Oh, honey, no.
It was like a family game night,
Roll
kind of.
that beautiful bean footage.
Yeah, that beautiful Great Dane footage.
That beautiful period footage. Oh, no.
I'm sure you can guess what happened when we watched the week's footage that Friday night. Thank God there were no recorders in the bathroom, so no one knew I had fainted, but my entire family watched as my dogs dragged a bloody tampon out of the bathroom and started throwing it around like a toy.
No.
My nosebleed story was quickly debunked, and I was filmed chasing my dogs and rolling around on the floor with them, trying to get my used tampon back.
Oh, no.
Rough stuff.
I am now 21 and am still reminded of this story every Christmas when my family invites all of our relatives over and we watch the tampon video on our TV.
No.
Since then, I haven't even touched a tampon. I'm hashtag team menstrual pad all the way.
Honey, I don't blame you.
That's tough. That's tough stuff.
Oh.
Tough stuff right there.
Oh, I'm so sorry for your trauma.
Yes, your trauma.
All right, I got a shorty, and this falls into the morally pretty questionable category.
Okay, I'm ready.
I'm a teacher and a bit of a Maxinista.
Okay.
I mean, I like it so far.
I like shopping, but I'm also a frugal bitch. I really like stores that offer educator discounts. Hello, J. Crew,
Yes, J.
15%
Crew,
off.
yeah. And Apple.
That's right.
Fun.
Lots. But some off deals than others. So sometimes at the stingier stores, I create my own BOGO.
Buy one, get one.
Buy one, get one, and shove an extra item in my bag before checkout.
Oh, that's just straight theft, my friend.
Oh,
Obviously.
that's not BOGO.
That's not. It's buy one, steal one.
Steal
bozo.
Honey.
Obviously, please keep me anonymous. I love my job and don't want to get fired over a Banana Republic shirt.
No, but you might need to get fired over consistent shoplifting.
Yeah.
I mean, fuck capitalism, so like whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But, just, look at your life.
Look at
Look
your
at your choices.
choices. Yeah.
That's all I'm gonna encourage you to do.
I love how
you're-
the educator discount has become the justification.
Yep.
That's
Really going for
That's
it.
really special.
Mm-hmm.
Also,
That's really
your
special.
15% discount probably doesn't usually add up to another total free item.
Yeah.
Well, I think she or they were saying that that's a good discount, but they steal from the ones with the bad. First of all, some stores don't offer any discount.
Yeah.
I think that's what they meant.
Oh,
The stores that don't offer a discount, they create their own discount by straight up stealing.
because I'm a teacher.
Store. Oh my word!
I'm sorry to shit on you, but that's not good.
It's not great.
It's not great.
No. Okay, confession. Oh, this is the last confession. Oddly, because of my choices, it starts off, quote, confession number 1. It's because this person wrote in multiple confessions in one email.
Okay. Gotta.
Confession number 1, patricide.
Oh, Jesus.
A number of years ago, my little sister and I had some Cadbury mini eggs, which were embedded with Pop Rocks. We gave my father, a man who never stops talking, a small handful, and before we could tell him about the Pop Rocks, he had crunched them up, swallowed, and continued on talking. A few seconds later, his face goes completely white, his eyes go wide, and he stammers, I think there's something wrong with my spinal cord.
Oh my god. He's so scared.
Did this person put the Pop Rocks in the egg, or did it come like that?
No, it's a Cadbury mini egg. It comes with, sometimes they come with Pop Rocks.
That's a weird combination.
Yeah, I wouldn't have thought of that, but okay. Candy's wild these days.
I think they have special ones. I don't know.
Maybe.
He just jumps to spinal cord.
Spinal cord.
I think there's something wrong with my spinal cord.
The Pop Rocks were trapped in his throat and were starting to pop. My sister and I were laughing so hard we couldn't stop to explain, and my poor father legitimately thought he was dying as his asshole children laughed uncontrollably in his face.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
What
trauma.
What if he was allergic?
Dad's fine,
Wow.
and every time I give him a piece of candy,
Dad's fine.
he asks
Dad's
if
fine.
if it contains Pop Rocks.
There's something wrong with my spinal
cord.
Sir, your assumptions.
Also, I give each of these like titles when I read them, and if I want to use them, and I, whatever. So I like give them titles so I can look back at the paragraph and know what it's about.
Mm-hmm.
But I delete those because I don't want you guys to read them.
Sure.
So
Was this one called Confession 1 Patricide?
This one was called Pop Rocks Rock Pop.
Oh my God. You need to work for a tabloid.
You need to write.
Immediately.
You need to work for Hallmark.
Pop Rocks, rock pop.
Anyway, so
I love it.
Those are my coven confessions this month.
Those were good.
Fantastic.
That was a
Well
good
done,
batch.
Mama.
Oh, well, let's just hear a quick word from our sponsor.
Yes, please.
Doesn't it seem like the world is just working against us from getting a good night's sleep this time of year?
Summer can be tough if you don't have the proper accoutrement to sleep.
Really, I've been so sweaty lately, and it's because my husband has stolen my freaking purple pillow. I can't sleep without it anymore.
I know. I've gotten completely addicted, totally spoiled by my purple pillow and mattress.
Yes, because with purple, you can sleep cool and comfortable no matter what the world throws at you.
Yeah, and that is because only purple mattresses have the grid. So it is a unique ventilated design that allows air to flow through and help you sleep cool. Even when it feels like it's 1,000 degrees out. I live in Kentucky. It gets quite warm in the summer. I also have an old house, and sometimes the AC doesn't quite make it up to the second floor where my bedroom is. But I'm still sleeping cool and sleeping through the night because I've got my purple mattress, baby.
Look.
And the grid is amazingly supportive for your back and legs while cushioning your shoulders, neck, and hips. So it doesn't really matter like how you sleep. If you sleep on your back or side or stomach, like you're gonna be supported. And unlike memory foam, which remembers everything, and that's kind of gross, the grid bounces back as you move and shift. So you never get that like, I'm stuck, I'm in quicksand, like feeling that you do sometimes with memory foam. It's like with the grid, purple mattress is like super bouncy and supportive. It's fantastic. I'm totally obsessed with it. So try your purple mattress risk-free with free shipping and returns, and financing is available.
Love that. So Purple is comfort reinvented. Right now, you'll get 10% off any order of $200 or more. Go to purple.com/gals10, GALS10, and use promo code GALS10. That's purple.com/gals10, promo code GALS10 for 10% off any order of $200 or more. Purple.com/gals10, promo code GALS10. Terms apply. Treat you sleep.
Trade it.
Are we ready for my segment?
Sure.
Coroner Corner and Obituary Area. Okay, so first is Coroner Corner. So this happened a couple of months ago, but it is so fucking cool. And I hadn't talked about it yet. It's been sent to me a couple of times, I think, by one Kenyon Lang at some point.
I do enjoy sending Lucy an article for Coroner Corner.
Yeah. They more often than not end up here. Mm-hmm. So this is from a CNN article. Yes, I will be reading the article to you.
Duh.
Headline reads, paralyzed man uses his mind to form real-time sentences.
So cool.
Dope.
I am obsessed with this. A man paralyzed from the neck down for almost a decade has used his mind to compose whole sentences in real time, according to a new study.
Amazing.
Unbelievable.
The future is now, people. Scientists implanted 2 tiny sensors made up of hair-fine electrodes. These electrodes are 4 by 4 millimeters.
Don't even know how we're able to do any of this shit, but it's
amazing.
Very cool.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of people smarter than us, thank Christ.
Mm-hmm.
So they implanted these tiny sensors into the left side of his brain to allow him to write his thoughts, a skill called mind writing.
Wow.
Oh
The man was 65 at the time of the study, which was conducted 9 years after he suffered a spinal cord injury from Pop Rocks
Due to
in
Pop Rocks.
2007.
Oh, no.
Just kidding,
Wow.
not due to Pop Rocks. This guy is anonymous. He's known as T5, so we don't actually know how he was injured.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
So T5 was asked to imagine holding a pen and paper and then to try to write. The sensors placed in the outer layer of his brain detected the activity as he mentally visualized the movement. An algorithm then decoded the motion for each letter, translating it into text, which appeared on a computer screen.
Oh my God, that's so amazing and so smart.
It's fucking bizarre. Okay, so I have a couple of photos on the drive. I have Writing with Brain and Writing with Brain 2.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be on the blog.
Mm-hmm. Oh, those were for your case?
Believe it or
my
not.
word.
So Writing with Brain 2 kind of shows, it's sort of illustrative, quote unquote,
Yeah.
as to like how his handwriting was in like when he was able to write with his hands.
That
Wow.
is so interesting.
Mhm.
Totally.
Because some of
Yes.
these letters, like the J, I think the J is like really kind of, it's unique. It's a unique
Mhm.
J.
Uh-huh.
So it's just so it's fucking phenomenal. Okay, so T5 was able to communicate by text at speeds rivaling those achieved by his able-bodied peers texting on a smartphone.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
So it's really, really fast. So using this brain-to-text system, T5 typed 90 characters or roughly 18 words per minute, more than double the previous record for typing with such a quote-unquote brain-computer interface. An able-bodied person on average can type about 23 words per minute on a smartphone.
Oh my God. So
Wow.
almost just
So
equally fast.
So
Yep.
he was at 18 words, and then you or I could do about 23 words.
Wow.
That's amazing.
So it's real time, essentially.
Wow.
The findings could spell new hope for millions around the world who have lost the use of their upper limbs or their ability to speak due to illness or injury, says Jamie
Yeah.
Henderson,
Yeah.
professor of neurosurgery at Stanford. The goal is to restore the ability to communicate by text, says Henderson. When a person experiences paralysis, the brain's neural activity for actions like walking, grabbing a drink, or speaking remain. The aim of research like this is to tap into this activity to help regain lost abilities.
So you'd have to, for each patient, you would essentially redo the inputs with their handwriting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm sure it would have to be calibrated to each specific person. I mean,
Sure.
considering, especially because it's like, I'm not a neuroscientist, clearly.
What?
But I think that like the way that synapses in your brain communicate with each other are unique to each individual brain. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it's not like a roadmap. It's not like your A to B to C is the same as my A to B to C.
Sure.
Right, but it's not like people would just learn like the standard alphabet, whatever, and then do this after they once they were part of this.
Right.
But it would have to be like, okay, you, Susie, draw an A in your mind.
Yep.
Okay, that's what your A looks like.
So
and it would have to trigger the synapses in that individual's brain and like connect there.
Exactly.
Right.
So
And using their handwriting probably does that too.
So this technology is about, I think it's more about like the hand-eye coordination of handwriting as opposed to like imagining a letter.
Oh, so you have to imagine your hand
writing each letter.
it. Mm-hmm. Interesting.
Yep. So Frank Willett, a Howard Hughes Medical Institute research specialist and neuroscientist who worked with Henderson, told CNN that the team worked on the project for around 2 years, but the department has, quote, a long history of developing brain-computer interfaces to help people with paralysis.
So fucking
amazing.
Cool. Unbelievable.
Unbelievable. Henderson said the new development could be life-changing for those who have suffered devastating injuries like brainstem stroke, which afflicted Jean-Dominique Bobby, the author of the book The Diving Bell and the Butterfly.
Which is so beautiful and heartbreaking.
It is a gorgeous book. It's a beautiful movie, although I did read a lot about him and about the book and the movie. And I think that a lot of his friends and family are concerned that the movie that was based on the book kind of took it to more of a fantastical, like artistic level that didn't accurately reflect his life and his experiences before his accident in particular. But honestly, the movie is gorgeous. The book is even more beautiful. So
the book is incredible, and it's very short, and everybody should read it.
I haven't even heard of this, so I'm going to have to pick that up.
So, a quick word about Jean-Dominique, if you haven't read or seen The Diving Bell and the Butterfly. He was a French journalist, author, and editor of French Elle magazine. On December 8th, 1995, at the age of 43, he suffered a cerebrovascular seizure, which is a type of stroke, while driving his car with his son. They were going out to dinner and like the theater together. He suffered this stroke while he's driving. And when he woke up in the hospital 20 days later, he found that he was entirely speechless and paralyzed. He could only blink his left eyelid.
Oh,
he
wow.
was totally locked in except for that.
Yep. So this is called locked-in syndrome,
Right,
or otherwise
right.
known as a pseudocoma. This is a condition wherein the mental faculties remain intact, but most of the body is paralyzed. So in Bobby's case, his mouth, arms, and legs were paralyzed, and he lost 60 pounds in the first 20 weeks after his stroke.
Oh my God.
So he's like, he got fucking knocked the fuck down.
Yeah.
There's also completely locked in syndrome, or CLIS, when your entire body is paralyzed, but your mind is completely functional, aka my worst fucking nightmare.
Yeah.
And that's actually kind of not always easy to diagnose because
How do you communicate?
if there are no outward signs of comprehension.
Sure.
Of somebody understanding you, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that this individual's left eyelid functioned meant that might be the one way, like the blink twice for yes, can you hear me? You know, kind of very basic.
it was.
Literally how he wrote the book, yeah.
Wow.
So his
Wow.
speech therapist, Sandrine Fichot, arranged a 26-letter alphabet according to frequency of use. So letters like A, E, S came before Z, X, Q, whatever. I have a photo on the drive, which will be on the blog, of his letterboard as portrayed in the movie. So for 2 months, 7 days a week, 3 hours a day, Bobby blinked the 130-page manuscript to his ghostwriter, Claude Mendebile, letter by fucking letter.
Oh my.
It's like if you
Lord.
wrote a novel using T9 with your eyelid.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like, and then some.
Wow.
So he,
And not just a novel, but a heartbreakingly, beautifully eloquent
your
one.
autobiography. So he composed and edited the entire book in his head and dictated it 1 letter at a time.
My God.
So can you even
No, I can't.
Christ.
Some people are just incredible.
Absolutely astounding. So Bobby died suddenly from pneumonia 2 days after the book was published.
Oh my God.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to reread this thing.
It's a beautiful, it's gorgeous, and it's absolutely devastating when you think about the circumstances under which he wrote this fucking book.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh, okay.
Wow. But this sounds like this treatment, this breakthrough,
Right.
could help even people who are fully locked
It's
in.
groundbreaking. Yes, absolutely. It is.
Wow.
It is groundbreaking. So back to the CNN article. Quote, Bobby was able to write this moving and beautiful book by selecting characters painstakingly one at a time using eye movement. Imagine what he could have done with Frank Willett's handwriting interface.
Yeah.
Seriously.
The revolutionary approach allowed the man, T5, to write twice as quickly as he could using the previous method developed by the researchers, which enabled letter selection with a thought-controlled computer cursor. So basically, their previous model,
you're moving a mouse, kind of.
you're moving a mouse
With your eyes,
with your
and still clicking each letter.
with your brain.
Right.
But yeah, but you're still clicking each letter. But this allows you to write, to imagine writing in your brain.
Wow.
So much faster.
Wow.
One of the exciting aspects of the study, according to Willett, was that T5 was still able to, quote unquote, write clearly despite having suffered the spinal injury many years previously. Willett said, quote, we still recorded highly structured and meaningful patterns of neural activity when he tried to hand write. So his brain still remembered
how to do it.
how to write his own handwriting.
I mean, especially something as elemental as writing. You are going to remember it. Oh, wow.
The innovation could one day allow people with paralysis to rapidly type without using their hands, according to Krishna Shenoy, an HHMI investigator at Stanford who jointly supervised the work with Henderson. Considerable work needs to be done before the technology is widely available, Willett told CNN, though the hope is that, quote, it will likely take at least years, but we hope not decades.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
I
Very
just think
cool.
that's so fucking cool.
And it's going to have applications just even beyond these very amazing and,
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe someday we're all going to be, instead of the little keyboard handwriting class, we're all going to be learning how to picture what we're writing in our heads and then having a computer do it.
I think the scientific ability and the technology to trace synapses in the human brain has unlimited potential.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, imagine if you could change neural pathways so that you
weren't an asshole.
Didn't engage in certain behaviors or,
Yeah. It's fucking wild. This is the key to the future. It's fucking crazy. Okay,
Cool.
So on to the obituary area. This month's obit was sent in by Laureen Bobo, and I think a few others. I'm very sorry if I didn't include your name, but
you got Bobby and you got Bobo.
Bobby and
Love
Bobo.
it.
I have a theme. A Bobo theme. Okay. Elaine R. Cable, née Silverman, passed away peacefully surrounded by her family on July 24th, 2021, leaving behind a hell of a lot of stuff to her family who have no idea what to do with it. So if you're in need of a TV from the 1980s or 90s, a large ceramic figurines, an umbrella stand, a toaster oven slightly used, a brand new coffee maker because we have 4 new ones still in a box and 3 slightly used, or even an early 2000s decked out scooter with handlebar tassels, only 100,000 miles clocked.
Whoa.
You should wait the appropriate amount of time and get in touch. Tomorrow would be fine.
I love this obit so much.
It only gets better.
Yes.
This is not an ad for a pawn shop, but an obituary for a magnificent woman, mother, and bubby, born on March 22nd, 1952, in University City, Missouri. She was adopted and raised as an extremely spoiled, very Jewish, only daughter of the utmost loving and giving parents, the late Morris and Clara Silverman.
Cute.
Elaine was world-renowned for her lack of patience, not holding back her opinion, and a knack for telling it like it is. She always told the truth, even if it wasn't what you wanted to hear. She had a prolific vocabulary, and she was more than highly proficient at knowing more curse words than most people learned in a lifetime. She liked humor and four-letter words just as much as she loved her many, many pets.
Okay, well, was she on this show?
I love her.
There is a photo of our good friend Elaine on the drive, which will be on the blog. It's her snuggling what I assume to be her own large black dog.
Oh, it looks a lot like Callie.
It does look like Callie. With thicker jowls.
Totally.
And I totally had this lady's glasses when I was in kindergarten.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
You always knew where you stood with her, loved or not. As her children, we're still trying to figure out which one's the favorite, but we both know she loved us both the same. After retiring as chief financial officer from Horizon Homes, her most important job was being Bubby to 5 amazing grandkids, Tyler, Keaton, Carson, Tobias, and Annabeth.
Oh, wow.
Cute.
She posted a sign by her front door of 7 things everyone must know about Bubby, written by her grandkids.
It's a listicle.
So a lot of these words are in all.
Bubby listicle.
It's a Bubby listicle, a bubbicle. A lot of these words are in all caps, so I will try my best to signify that, to portray that. So here are the 7 items you need to know. Number 1, she is way too cool to be called grandma. 2, she is kind of crazy. 3, she loves me to the moon and back.
Oh.
4, she can't control her mouth. 5, she has anger issues often and has a serious dislike for dumb people.
Whoa. Okay, Bubby.
Number 6, if you mess with me, she will ensure your next trip will be in a hearse.
Whoa. Bubby is cutthroat.
Bubby's coming for you. And number 7, she is extraordinarily special and is greatly loved so much.
Cute. Oh my God, these children.
I want a listicle.
I know. I like she can't control her mouth.
Everybody indulge our egos and send us listicles of our traits and attributes.
Send me
As
my
if we were
listicle.
Bubby.
In all caps, please.
Send us bubblecles, everyone.
Okay, back to Bubby. She leaves behind a very dysfunctional family she was extremely proud of and who loved her very much. Surviving are her beloved and devoted husband, Gary, her son Mark and wife Karen, her daughter Kimberly and husband Richard. Later in life, Elaine was blessed with locating and forming loving bonds to her biological siblings.
Cool.
She is survived by 3 brothers, Morris and partner Norm, Harvey, and David. She was preceded in death by 2 sisters, Audrey and Tina, and 1 brother, Mark, all who loved her dearly and will never forget her tenacity, wit, humor, grace when pertinent, and undying love.
I like grace when pertinent.
In lieu of flowers, because Elaine always said flowers were such a waste.
My grandma thought that too.
They just die on you.
They do. Please give generously to the Humane Society of Missouri.
Oh.
Elaine had very fond memories of the Florida beaches along the Gulf and fell madly in love with being on those beaches. Her wish is to have her ashes scattered in the Gulf to forever be in her paradise.
Nice.
Oh my God.
Bubby, I know.
Bubby just wants to be in Florida.
I
Send Bubby to
Forever.
Florida.
A celebration of life will be held in lieu of a service. Elaine's lifelong demand was never to be given a sad funeral when she arrives at the pearly gates. Instead, she requested a fun party in her honor with laughter and jokes all around.
I also request this.
Yes. So that party will be held on August 14th at Shalom Acres in Winfield, Missouri. You can probably Google it if you're interested in attending.
I will try to remember to have a drink for Bubby on the 14th.
August 14th. Should we put it in our planners?
Let's do it.
Okay. Well, cheers to you, Bubby.
Cheers, Bubby.
Sound like a really great person. Also,
a really rad lad. Lady. Sorry.
I also call Ray my Bubby, my biggest bub, my handsome man.
Yeah.
So I've said Bubby so many times in this, he's like come running. He's sitting on my desk.
Mother, yes, I am here.
Hi, big bub.
Can't you see me? I can see you.
My
I
biggest
am your
Bubby.
Bubby. I see you. I'm here.
I love my Bubby.
What say thee, mother?
Okay. Well,
this is great. Love you all.
well, we'll see you next month. Thanks for joining us.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for listening to Wine and Crime. Our cover art is by Kala Yip, music by Phil Young and Corey Wendell, editing by Jonathan Camp. Check out our website and blog at wineandcrimepodcast.com. You can also follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Wine and Crime Pod. If you have questions, answers, or recommendations to share, email us at wineandcrimepodcast@gmail.com. Episodes are available on Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Google Play, basically wherever you get your favorite podcasts. And if you like the show, please rate, review, and subscribe on Apple Podcasts. It is the best way to spread the word. If you'd like to show your support and get a shout out on air, visit our Patreon page to keep this podcast and the wine flowing. Cheers.